Couple of notes from the game that just concluded. This marks the sixth straight year the number 2 seed has advanced to the semifinal round. The Braves, winning their second straight game, improved to 21-11 while advancing to the semifinal round of this tournament for the 4th straight year. Bradley improved his MVC tournament record to 44-42, including a 24-15 mark in the quarterfinal round and a 3-0 record against Valparaiso. The Beacons fell to 18-15. These two teams were tied at the half in the last game they played. They were tied at the half tonight, at the end of regulation, and at the end of the first overtime. The victorious Bradley Braves are here, the number 2 seed. Head coach Brian Wardle is in the middle. Jaquan Johnson, Ahmet Jonovic, and Alex Hubricks represent the student body. We're going to have Brian open up with a statement on this game, and then we'll go to questions for all 4 of the Braves on the dais. Brian, please.
Yeah, survive and advance. It's a March game, 3rd time playing Valpo. We've had 3 wars with them. You know, we knew what we were in for, and we found a way, and we made enough plays to win the game. So give Valpo a lot of credit. Roger's a good friend of mine. I got a lot of respect for Valparaiso program in general. I've been battling them for 16 years as a head coach, and it's a winning city, and it's a winning program. So I'm excited for their future because I think Roger's got it rolling right now, and give them a lot of credit. I thought they played really well. They're very physical. They know who they are, and they execute what they do very well. So we're just happy to find a way to win. It's survive and advance, and proud of these 3 guys and everybody that just kind of battled through a double overtime game, and a lot of these guys' first time playing in this arena and playing in this setting. So it was good to see us pull out and find a way at the end.
Start with Dave. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Coach, what is it about the Valpo matchup that makes it like this? I mean, so difficult for this team.
They're physical, big. Pettigrew was a handful today. You know, he's a matchup problem at the 4, especially if he's hitting threes. You know, and they get after you defensively. They can switch 1 through 5 defensively too, which can cause you some problems. And they're just playing well right now. They're playing well. They're playing with confidence too. So give them credit. They made some big shots at big moments, and you know, I'm just proud of our guys that we were able to battle and make big shots at big plays. Alex, Kwani, Meta, all these 3 guys made a big shot and a big play at big moments. Montana was huge for us. Wheeler, A.J. Smith played big for us in the closing minutes with Corey Thomas. So it was a battle from start to finish. I've been in a lot of these here, and you win, and now you got to recover mentally and physically and get ready to play tomorrow and toss it up, and hopefully we can execute better and play smarter tomorrow.
Alex, that 3, of course, was huge. What was the conversation, if any, going into that moment, and just walk us through what your thoughts were and that play.
Yeah, it's a play we've worked on before. Coach drew it up in the huddle. You know, I got a great screen and a great look, and you know, it went in, so it was a great feeling.
You're built for this, aren't you? I mean, did this game live up to your expectations of what everybody told you about Arch Madness?
Yeah, I mean, I said earlier I didn't know that, you know, the arena was, you know, as loud as it got, and you know, it was a great environment. We got the best fans in the valley, so you know, having those BU chants is great. So it was real fun.
And then Ahmed, are you going to autograph that guy's tooth by chance?
No, I mean, my bad. I didn't want to curse him, so.
No, you look like you were really inspired inside today. Part of the game plan, obviously, but what is it that lifted your game?
I mean, we came here with one thought on our minds that to get through the Sunday and win that championship. So that's all what is on our mind from now.
Right. Yep.
For any of the players and coach, just Valpo hits back-to-back threes late in regulation. You don't panic. Valpo's up 3. There's a review. It's a long review. You don't panic. You hit the shot. Just what was it about staying composed in those moments when Valpo kept fighting back?
Jaquan, you start, and then we'll go to Alex.
I mean, we just know we got to keep our composure. I mean, we've been in moments like that before. I mean, I know Coach, we got a great coach, so I know he was going to drop a play for us to get a great shot up. So just keeping our composure, knowing we've been in these moments before.
Yeah, just what Kwani said. You know, we've been in those moments before. We've had multiple overtime games this year. And, you know, so we've been there. We got that experience.
Alex, you've hit a number of these shots this season, most notably last time to take it to double OT against UIC. How do you stay composed in moments like that and hit big shots like that? What's your mentality when the game is on the line?
Yeah, you just trust the work that you put in. That's pretty much it, really. You know, I get put in great positions to succeed, and you know, I gotta hit the shots for the team.
Coach Wardle, you talked about Montana a little bit, but a freshman coming in this game, dropping 15 points off the bench. We talked about him all year. Do you continue to get impressed with what he's been able to do? And then his first March Madness game had his performance.
Yeah, he's composed. He's mature beyond his years, and these moments aren't too big for him. And I expect him to play well tomorrow too, and we need him to. I wish I could have found him more minutes, but we were playing big defensively because Valpo stayed big, so it was more of a defensive matchup for us. Why I couldn't get him in the game more, but we tried to do offense-defense in the overtimes to try to get him on the floor because he was making plays for these guys too and opening things up for us offensively. So we got to get him in those right situations tomorrow too to make plays because he's a dynamic player.
You talked about defense. Jaquan was 4 for 18 at a point in his game, and he has that steal to really put you guys ahead in the double OT. Can you talk about what that play says about the player that Kwani is, even though he struggled throughout the game to score the ball?
He hasn't had many games this year like that, but you're going to have him here and there, and he's put us on his back many times for wins, and his teammates have his back if he's going to struggle a little bit. But he doesn't hang his head. He stays in attack mode, keeps shooting, keep being aggressive, do what you do, be the player you are. And he picked the right time to get in the gap and get a huge steal in the layup for us in a key moment. But that's what he is. He's a young man that makes winning plays and knows how to play big in big moments.
Right-hand side, gentlemen, and then we're going to go back to the first row, and then this corner. Go.
All right, Jaquan and Alex kind of talked about it there briefly. Coach did. Both you guys struggled from the field shooting, with one notable exception from Alex. What was it? What were you able to do mentally to put that out of your mind to do what you had to do to help the team win tonight?
Alex is first this time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we want to win at the end of the day, so you just got to get next play mentality, learn from what you did wrong, and, you know, stay aggressive, trust the work that you put in. Pretty simple.
Like he said, I mean, next play mentality, but also I feel like just like the shot selection, sometimes I feel like I got to get better shots up and things like that, but I feel like I shot some open ones that I feel like we could have went in.
Brian, I'm going to show our age here a little bit. It was 13 years ago that Valpo hit a ridiculous buzzer beater when you were at Green Bay. You have since knocked Valpo out of the Valley 3 times. Are you guys even yet?
I don't know. That was in the championship game too, wasn't it? Or no? Semis, yeah. I remember that one because I remember my losses more than my wins. Trust me on that. Who hit that at half court again? Brokoff. Well, Brokoff ended up being a pretty good player. But I always enjoyed playing Valpo. I really do. They're traditionally a really good basketball program. They have great support, and I'm excited. I'm happy that everyone's coming out and supporting Roger and that team because that team's they're tough, and it was a war today, but we're tough too, and I think they know that. We know that, and it was a really good basketball game, so I hope the fans enjoyed the effort level and the physicality and the toughness that was displayed out there because both teams were getting banged up and having some injuries here and there, and you just saw guys walk it off and get back in the game and battle for their teammates and battle for their school and that name on their chest. And that's what this is all about. And with all the portal and NIL talk and all this stuff, it's still about representing your school and having school pride and playing as a team and playing for each other. And that was on display here tonight, and it was fun to be a part of.
We have 5 minutes to go in this session. Next question's right here.
Coach, you guys were 4 for 20 from 3, which kind of feels a little uncharacteristic for this side. With a tough matchup coming tomorrow, no matter whoever that is, can you explain to me what you were seeing today and then how you guys can change that going into tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, short memory. I mean, we got the win. Be happy. We move on tomorrow. I'm not worried about our shooting threes. I know Kwani and Alex are going to knock them down tomorrow. And you know, it was their first game in this arena, in this setting. It was fun. We didn't shoot it well. There is a little bit of an advantage when you can get that win the night before and come in and play again. You have a better feel for the rims, the shooting background, all of that. So I thought the first half it might take us a little time, get the nerves out, figure this out, and then we can maybe shoot it better in the second half. And you know, we'll do better offensively. We'll watch film tonight and see if what we can tweak and you know, see who we're playing.
You guys talked about being happy that you guys won a game. From what I can see, it don't seem like you guys are too happy right now. How are you guys feeling after this win? I mean, you got like a stoic personality going around from everybody on the panel right now.
Maybe my players take on my personality too much. I'm already moving on to the next game, and I think we're happy. We're tired. Did you watch that game? Yeah. We're exhausted. We're ready for some water, some stretching, some good food, and sleep. And so I think we celebrate in the locker room. We'll be happy on the bus, trust me, but we are just exhausted. It was a double overtime game, and we're happy we pulled it out. And now you prepare and get some rest and be ready to play tomorrow.
I'm going to let Ahmet talk about the stoic attitudes as well, so he'll represent the student body here.
Excuse me, can you repeat?
Why aren't you happier?
I mean, I feel good, you know, with my teammates and pretty much. Sorry, I don't understand really the question.
It's okay. We got another question over there. Go.
You know, Coach, you just talked about moving on to the next game, and this is for the whole panel. Obviously, they have to get past Northern Iowa, but how excited are you guys at the prospect of a War on 74 round 3 here in St. Louis?
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Both teams are very good defensively. It's always a fun battle when we play Illinois State. So if that's what happens, great. Or UNI. I've had plenty of battles in UNI too, and so another semis. It's not easy to get to Saturday. You know, maybe that's why our program we've been there a lot and we've been there consistently, and it's kind of our standard, you know, that we talk about in the locker room. And you know, hopefully we can find a way to pull one out tomorrow too, because they're all going to be kind of dogfights this time of year.
The Braves will play at 5 o'clock tomorrow against the winner of Illinois State and UNI. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Valparaiso Beacons are with us now. Roger Powell Jr. is the head coach. JT Pettigrew and Brody Whitaker represent the student athletes. We're going to have Roger start off with a statement on the game, and then we'll go to questions for all three gentlemen on the dais. Roger, please.
First and foremost, man, unbelievable basketball game. Very competitive, high level. I'm so proud of my guys battling. Very physical game, and they played through a lot of contact. And obviously I got guys with concussions and missing teeth, and trying to get through a screen, got knee in their thigh contusions. It was very physical, and these guys just kept battling, and they competed. They didn't let it break them, and just 1 point away, from it not going to regulation, not going to overtime, but even in overtime, we forced it to double overtime, and that's a staple of our program. That's who these guys are, man. They don't quit. They battle. I love the fact that we got youth out there competing at a high level on a large stage, and I'm excited where our program is and where it's going. I wish we'd have won today, but it doesn't take anything away from what we've done this year for our university, our basketball program, our athletic department. We've done some pretty cool things for Valpo basketball, and I'm excited where we're going, and these guys are responsible for it.
Start right here. Thank you.
Brody, can you just put into thoughts your feeling on a game like this, going out on a game like this?
Man, it was a great basketball game. I mean, it was a battle, like Coach said. Tough to go out like that, but, man, I feel like we left it all out there. And these freshmen got a lot more basketball left to play, and I'm excited to watch that. Hopefully I can keep playing, and, man, I'm just excited for their future.
For Brody and Roger, just the end of the first overtime, they hit that three. What's the thought process on that final 25 seconds there that you have?
Yeah, I mean, I think I hit a three or had a layup a few possessions before, so the thought process was we run at the end of games, and I try to get downhill, make a play, and I didn't hit the layup, but I think that's what we wanted to get.
Yeah, we got a great look. I mean, we've been in these games before, and I felt comfortable with the ball in Brody's hands and JT coming up for JT, and it just didn't fall. But, yeah, man, they executed it.
And JT, a similar question I asked Brody, just your first conference tournament stage. What is the feeling like this to spur you on into the offseason?
We played a great game all around. I think Bradley was tough. We were tough. It was a hard-fought double overtime. I don't think we regret anything. Just the way I'm feeling. This is probably the best group of upperclassmen I've ever played with. Just the leadership they've showed, and it's just disheartening that it's over for them. And that's just kind of how I'm feeling.
Roger, Rakim came up to you. I mean, he was back in the game for a little bit. It looked like he came up to you at one point, maybe took himself out, went back to the locker room. Can you walk us through a little bit of what you were seeing from what he was going through a bit?
He wasn't remembering things, and so we weren't going to put him in the game. We weren't going to play him just because I didn't want to jeopardize him. And it's just crazy, man. Last year I was just thinking, Darius goes out against Bradley. And the big fella clobbers him over, and he's injured, and he can't finish the game. And then that happens again this year, and it's a tough thing because, I mean, he's definitely a great player, and he would have helped us if we could have kept him in the game. But, I didn't want to jeopardize him because I care about him as a young man, and so we set him.
Coach, you were handed every problem or task with injuries and everything, but you were still able to make this a double overtime game. What does that say kind of about the mentality you have as a group and the grittiness you guys provide, and still even put it into a position where you can still even possibly win the game and send it to double overtime and have a double overtime game?
Well, one thing I'm proud of is we have a team wall in our room, and we have our DNA, and then obviously we do the grit chain, and we have these words up. And it's one thing when you put them up in your team room and you have words. It's another thing when those words are displayed on the court, and that's what these guys have done. And this grit thing is not just a saying or rah rah thing. No, it's who we are. And you've seen that, and I think people have seen it, and I think people are starting to kind of understand, that's the type of teams that they're going to see with Valpo.
Right-hand side, gentlemen, then we're coming back to the front row.
Coach, Owen Deese has really been who you've relied on in those big moments throughout the season. He didn't quite have the game that you were hoping from him today. What was your thought process knowing that Owen didn't have today and most likely having to go to somebody else?
My thought process was, he's been huge for us, but we have a lot of other players on this team that have been huge too. So, and that's the beautiful thing. Like, strength in numbers is something that we stand on. And I got JT Predigue, I got Brody Whitaker, we got Justice McNair, we got Sadir. I mean, this is not just a one-person team. This is a group of young men that are all talented. And when someone doesn't have a great game, someone else steps up. So that's kind of my thought process with that.
JT, this will be a question for both of you, but I'll start with JT. Can you put into context just what this year has been like for you wearing a Valpo uniform? And again, you hinted at the upperclassmen a little bit, but just from May when you got to campus till now, just what this experience has been like for you. And then Brody, kind of a similar question for you as well.
I think if I had to put into one word, I'd say growth. I think the player, the person I am is nowhere near who I am when I got here. And that's a credit to like I was saying, the seniors, the coaching staff, just everything they poured into me. And I just feel like I'm just an entirely different player in person. And I'm just excited to see where that keeps going.
Yeah, I'm just thankful for the opportunity. I had so much fun this year. I tried to lead the guys the best of my ability, and man, it was a great year. I had so much fun, and like I said, I'm just thankful.
And Roger, if you can take us back to May, you get all these new guys. You get one returner. You get all these new guys in. Just what has this experience been like, melting these guys together?
Someone asked me about a month ago, what are you going to miss the most about coaching this group? And to be honest, man, I'm going to miss the games, but like we have a thing called team time, and we just have conversations about life. I'm going to miss pouring into them. I'm going to miss loving on them. I tell these guys 3 things all the time. Man, I'm proud of you. I love you, and I believe in you. And that love is a word that, you can use it casually. But no, man, these guys have my heart. And I want to miss Brody. I'm going to miss all these guys that are going to be gone. But, man, what a special opportunity for me. And JT talked about growth. I mean, these guys helped me grow a lot. This is my 3rd year as a head coach. And they taught me a lot. And I've matured in so many ways, and a lot of it was because of them. And that's a special thing.
Anything else for the Beacons? Last one.
And I guess I got to ask, just would you pursue a CBI or anything like that at that point? Is that on your mind, or is that something for another time to think about?
We'll see. We'll sit back and let this game kind of, get out of our system, and we'll talk about it. But, for me, I want to play in the NIT. I want to play in the NCAA tournament. And the CBI is a great opportunity, but, I think we've got to have some young guys in there that want to cut down nets, and they're going to be motivated to play in the NCAA tournament. So I got to get a feel for them. They might say, Coach, we want to get back in the gym and start training. We're winning this thing next year. At least that's the character they have. So I got to see how they feel about it, and we'll discuss it later.
Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations on your season. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.